Welcome back, y'all. So we're gonna get into it here at TorchedFF. Thank you for being here once again. I want to bring something to your attention here. So I'm turned sideways for a reason. You see my back? It's a very soft arch right here. I can slide my hand under my back. Now I want you to do the same and push your low back into your hand very softly, but still let there be space when you release it. Right? Now press your sacrum, which is the planted part, your low spine, into the earth and lift. Notice your core engage when you do that. Your low abdomen will squeeze all on its own. So there's a very soft arch right here. Now extend the legs up. Did I zoom up? Yep, I zoomed out. Okay, yep, good to play with the phone, right? Flex the toes, point the toes. I see this a lot. I know that has a lot to do with tight hamstrings, but it also has something to do with the weak core. So I want you all to play with pushing through your legs. Turn the toes in, like feet are facing out. Can you rotate internally? Feel the muscles that you're using and make sure you're using those. They will get stronger the more you use them, right? So now we have our core squeeze. Heels are stacked as best we can right over the hips. Squeeze the core to lift the low back off. Now the back that we were lifted up, this lumbar spine part was lifted, is now pressing. You have a hover here. This is a butt jump, everyone. As you can see, I'm still there. And then we lower slowly. Feet flex, squeeze the core to lift. And then lower. This is not a butt jump. Use your core, keep the hover, and then lower. Great, as you can see, hands, you don't need them. If you want to use them, you can keep them down beside you and press into the earth. Highly suggest you get comfortable with lifting your low back, your sacrum off the floor without your hands. Make your low core do the work. You can cup your ears. You can take your shoulders. Do your best to keep your neck long. All four corners of the neck extend. And then you can let it be a little faster, but I want you to control with the pause at the top and the lowering at the bottom. The engagement and the release. But just as actively as you're pressing up, I want you to actively drive down. Extend, release. Extend, release. Beautiful job. Now let your knees restack. Knees stack right over your hips. Sometimes it's like this. Sometimes it's like this. We're playing with that range though, right? So stack right here. Remember your soft arch, as if a pencil or your pinky finger could slide under. Keep this, press the sacrum down, squeeze your core, and then lower your heels. Keep the knees at 90 degrees and re-squeeze. Feel your low abdomen engage here. If you feel like your low abdomen is non-existent, you will feel a lot of strenuousness with this. Otherwise, if you feel have a little stronger core, I'm not speaking English well right now, y'all, it's fine. Make sure you can squeeze your low abs. And of course, since I can talk to you in full sentences, your breath should be full. And it doesn't even have to match the engagement or the squeeze or the lift, just as long as it's happening. If you need more engagement, you can have a soft exhale as the lift, but remember to refill on the lower. Now, for me personally, I like to keep my breath long. I like a balance. You can do 4 in, 4 out. Hopefully you're doing this with me. We're just going. Take 3 more. Great. Feet plant right where they are. Let your heels stay down, toes stay lifted. press the heels straight down to lift the hips up. Hands can rest on hips. Breathe into your back. Exhale. Release. Wonderful. Feet can drop. Extend your left leg up. Cross it over your right thigh. I've mirrored a lot in the past. If you like the mirroring, let me know in the comments. I'm not mirroring today. Left is left. Let your legs roll to the right, look and reach left. Breathe into the space between your hips and ribs. Breathe into your low spine. Switch that. When you feel tension anywhere, breathe into it. See if your body will help you let go of that tension. Glute bridge. Press your heels down and forward. Lift the hips up. Feel your quads ignite as you press down and forward. Notice my hips lift higher the harder I press down and forward. If you feel this in your knees, actively pull your heels towards your hips. You will feel your hamstrings and glutes engage all the more. Play with the difference. Press down and forward. Pull back towards your shoulders. Press forward. Pull back. 2 more. Press down and forward. Stay there for 3, 2, release. Great. Now feet wide. Left leg over right, legs left. Awareness on the quads. Pull your right heel closer to your hip. Notice the stretch on the outer sweep of your quad. Your legs may not go to the floor like this. That's fine. As long as you feel it, that's what matters. Gently bring your foot back where it began, uncross. We'll rock our legs the opposite direction. Right over left. Pull your foot closer to your hip. So personally, this is very intense. The best way to combat intensity is to soften. To do less. To breathe fuller. Soft release. Feet down and out first, like you're ripping the mat in half. Now press down and forward. Lift your hips up. Wonderful. Deep squat. You can rock and roll front and back into it, or you can just sit up, If you reach forward, the gravity will take you forward. If this is not so great for you, I suggest a block under the hips and to hang out here. If you need a wider stance, take your feet out wider. But the more often that you put your body in this position, the more acclimated you will get, the more your spine will open, the more your knees and ankles will support you. Your body will open up if you allow yourself to be here and you breathe fully. So I want you to breathe into your back body. Now breathe down into your glutes. Breathe down into the space between your anus and your genitals, your perineum. Breathe into that. Keeping it professional today. Hands to the mat very slowly. Extend the legs. Feet about hip width. Halfway lift. Press into your shins. I did this in class today. I hope it makes sense to you. Shrug your shoulders towards your ears. And now shrug your shoulders down toward the hips. Notice the engagement in your back muscles and the lift in your sternum. This is what helps us to hold halfway lift, whether we have hands on shins or not. When you press hands into shins, you can squeeze those muscles even harder. Fold. Halfway lift, option to drag up the shins. Engage the back muscles. Fold. Stand, extended mountain. Hands at heart. Lift onto your toes. I invite you to look forward at something not moving. Looking at your feet is a challenge. Just hang out on the toes. Find ease. Very gently, hug your inner thighs and your ankles towards one another. Now let your knees bend very slowly. I want you to notice where you feel this. If you feel it in your knee, come back up and then go back down. If you keep feeling it in your knee, pause, release, set the heels down. Lift the heels, drop them. Like let your body shake. Lift, drop. 2 more. 1 more. Now lift back up. Now allow your knees to draw forward. If you keep feeling it, pause the video and keep doing that until you feel that tension release from your knees. Find the balance at the top. Hands can go where you want, somewhere that supports you. Forward works. Heels drop. Hands to the mat, straight legs. We're moving through our knees here. Of course, let the knees shift forward. Notice the tension. Re-extend. Bend, extend. Bend, extend. You can rest hands on blocks or tense your fingers. Our feet, our knees, and our hips work together in a unit. And when we feel tension in our knees or in our feet or in our hips, it's probably because one of the other places needs to be released or moved. Rise up, extend it high. Hands at heart. Palms down beside you, heels down and out. Now lift onto your toes again. Inner thighs and ankles pull towards one another. Let your knees bend. Find quad engagement here. If you need to tap the muscle to find some engagement, feel free to do so. We're here for a breath. Now slowly rise back up. Heels drop, breathe in. Fold, you can swan dive the arms wide. Half lift. Hands to the mat, step your left foot back. Lower to kneel. Breathe up. Hands at heart, hands on thigh. Let your knee pass your ankle. Press through your heel, restack. Lean forward, back. 3 more of those. Press through the mound of your toe and your inner arch. We've done 5. Rotate to a 90 degree and lean. I like to rest on the thigh here. Focus on the stretch of the inner thigh on both legs. Of course, this is very deep ankle flexion. So if you need to take more space up, don't drop your knee like that. If you need to take up more space, feel free to do so. Great, re-square, half split. Rock left, rock right. You can take circles, point, flex. Shift forward, hands to the mat, step forward, fold. Half lift. Fold. Rise. Hands at heart, forward, fold. Half lift. Step into kneeling lunge, right foot is back. Breathe up. Back toes can tuck or untuck, hands on thigh. One side may have more range. Notice that. Turn to the 90 degree and lean into your inner thigh. I invite you to take up more space. You can use a block under your hand. You can rest on the floor, depending on the depth you have here. Come back through neutral. Half split. I hear people tell me all the time how they hate to stretch. Thanks for joining me while we stretch and while we take care of our joints. As we grow, it is more important to take care of our bodies. You know, the longer we have it, the more we should know it. The more we should be looking to learn what works for us in our bodies and what doesn't. So again, if I say anything on this mat that doesn't feel quite right for you, don't take it and let me know, and I could possibly give you an alternative to whatever we're talking about. Shift forward, step forward, fold there. Half lift, breathe in. Hold. Stand. Hands to heart. Lift all of the toes, spread the toes first. Place the toes down. And then lean onto the knuckles of your feet, your toe mounds. We'll slowly lower. Can you engage your inner thighs as you lower? Can you make your glutes help you here? I like to hug in through midline. The adductors play a big role in balance. Use your hands to support you. Lean forward, toe stand. Now you can adjust on your mat so your knees are not on the floor, depending where you are. After a foot injury, I am finally gaining the mobility back in my right foot. And I can feel when I lean into the stretch, how it travels up my leg and where my muscles are having trouble engaging. So like the outside of my quad, the outside of my shin, when I lean into the big toe mound, it's funky. So to notice the little things and to work on those before they become big things is very important if we want to keep our bodies moving how they do. Hands to the mat. Extend the hips high. Drop to your heels. Ragdoll, widen the stance. Stand on your whole hand. Gorilla. Heels press, toes. You can dig them in towards your wrists. Allow your hips to pull back. I like to lean to one side, let your knee bend, lean into the stretch of your glute here. You can do this without the gorilla bind, if that works better. But I see a very valuable wrist stretch in this leaning left and right. Release your hands. Can you squeeze your core while you're here in this fold? Can you breathe while you squeeze your core here in this fold? Now breathe into a soft belly. Squeeze your core, exhale. Breathe into a flex core. Release that, and then exhale. Play with the engagement of your core in every yoga pose you take. In most flex positions of the spine, you can squeeze your core very intensely. So find a balance with that. Press your hands into the floor. Let the weight lean forward. Shoulders lean past fingertips. Just enough to feel the sensation on your wrists. And then you can really press down and forward. And then let the heels lean back. Feel the weight shift back. Feel the lightness in your hands. Let's move forward and back through that. As you lean, begin to press your hands down Create stability in the midst of the stretch you feel. And then lean back. See what it feels like to breathe in as you move deeper into the stretch. And breathe out as you sit back. Vice versa, you could breathe in back here. And exhale forward. One feels better for you. You should be able to do both. In case you want to transition to any arm balance with this rock, it'll behoove you to teach yourself how to breathe comfortably both ways. But pick the one that feels better first. One more time, forward. Back. Great. Feet about hip width. Rise. Hands at heart. We'll lower one more time, high on toes. Take your time. Work on balance, work on foot strength and stability here. Notice heels want to rock out, pull them in. Shift more forward through the knees, lift the chest higher, offset that balance. Control the descent. Let your hands support you so we're not dropping. Control the descent of your knees forward. Great. Untuck your toes. Put each heel under each glute. Let there be a bit of space between your feet here. Checking in to see if we're still here. We're still here. You can use a block behind you. Walk backwards. Forearms to the floor. Awareness in your quads. If your heels start to rock out slightly, that is fine. Take advantage of the stretch on the front side of your ankle. Block beneath the shoulder blades. You can let the head rest. Pull your pelvis up towards your ribs. Actively pull your tailbone down. Lengthen your low spine. If you want to change the height of the block, feel free. Notice the stretch, front side of the thigh.